Welcome to the last, well, hopefully last, of my Paralog walkthroughs for Fire Emblem Three Houses. This is insurmountable. This is Edelgard's Paralog, and can only be played if it's on the... I'm sorry. You can only... what's the right term? You can only play this Paralog if you are on the Crimson Flower Path. Now, I've already touched up some of my characters. You get to take a grand total of 12 characters with you, so take advantage of that as you will. It should come as no surprise to anyone that Edelgard must be brought along. But my team includes the usual Black Eagle Strike Force, which is all of the Black Eagle House members, as well as Ingrid, Lysithea, and Felix. As for why those particular characters, reasons. Victory conditions: defeat the enemy commander. Your defeat conditions, this being Edelgard's Paralog, she can't fall in battle, or the defended location is captured.
It seems we made it in time. Let's help the soldiers of House Goneril withdraw. The Black Eagle Strike Force will protect Fodlan's Locket.
Support! We're saved!
Well, that was a big help.
Reinforcements? And that flag belongs to the Imperial Army! Ha! A fine enemy indeed! Break through the locket and make a name for yourself. No need to be shy. Strike all at once!
We fight to protect Fodlan. If the defensive line is broken, we fail. Our enemies are many, but we can use the terrain to our advantage and stop them where they stand.
Now, the pink line represents where an Elmirian unit cannot finish their turn. Basically, if you fail to kill any of the Elmirian units while they move to this line, move to any line on this, any pink square on this line, you lose. And also, if you remember this map from probably a couple of paralogs, there are three ways the Elmirians can get there: from the top, from the middle, and from the bottom. Now, as you can remember, the victory condition was to defeat the enemy commander, who in this case is Nadir. You might remember him earlier on as the Elmirian general that Claude brought in for reinforcements. There really is no way around this. You have to be able to you have to play a really strong game of defense while having somebody or some units charge straight for Nadir, because he has already got a couple of units pretty close to the entrance. The defended location anyway, so it's not practical to prolong this.
Let's make this quick.
As a result, I'm actually gonna throw... No.
What's my strategy?
Alpha is perfectly capable of moving there on their own.
I must lead them well.
And I'm actually going to send Linhardt after him. Or her, in this case.
For the Empire!
Edelgard will help draw some of the fire away.
I'll cut through.
Ready when you are.
I'll have a team of 3. The non-Black Eagle House members.
I'll cut a bloody
Right
path.
there.
I do this for all of us. More fighting.
Put me in there.
Hubert, Dorothea, and Caspar take the bottom level. And these 3 will play defense. My most mobile fighters. Now, I know what you're gonna say. These characters are pretty high level. That being said, don't underestimate these enemies.
Ready for anything.
On harder difficulties, they will pose a bigger challenge. Reinforcements, as you've probably seen just there, will continue to appear until Nadir is defeated. And that is something you really don't want to deal with, because, well, let's be honest, do you ever want to deal with any sort of reinforcement? Now, I'm going to cut this paralogue as short as I can. By just doing a straight charge, but note that this isn't advised unless your team is really strong. Because without a doubt, you're going to encounter some pretty powerful opposition. The Almarian army will not hesitate to just start beating the crap out of you.
One to remember.
I'm gonna just end the turn right there because I don't really have to worry unless someone breaks through. But as you can see, the large amount of flying units means that it's pretty easy for the Almarian army to navigate around you if you don't have a flyer or an archer.
Watch and learn.
I'm actually just getting really lucky with these dodges. Normally, such a thing wouldn't.
Next thrust.
And there is no conceivable way I'm ever going to break out time, so I won't.
The only possible outcome.
Even on a higher difficulty, this is still going to give me some trouble. Alright.
No time to slow down. I'm not.
I'm actually going to break ranks a little.
A little scratch won't stop me.
Back up to my other characters in the middle path. Yep, that has the battalion. I do not want to get interfered with.
This could turn the tide.
Just note what I have to deal with on this map already. Even with stronger units, I'm already overpowered. Oh, jeez. I'm not overpowered, shall I say. I'm more outnumbered than I am. Just take a bit more breathing.
Let's keep up the pace. I've no time to idle.
I am taking down a lot of these enemies, but just a reminder that it doesn't matter how many I take down if Nadir is still alive. So you have to make that differentiation of, am I actually doing something useful compared to,
He's unstoppable.
am I doing the only action that I'm able to? For instance, these beasts are going to cause a big problem. I could just take them out with, weaken them with Byleth, but it's more efficient for me to have another character weaken them so that Byleth can then jump
Lead
in.
them well. Each battle a victory.
This is why I also couldn't forget about the top or the bottom parts of the map, because, well, guess who's coming? The Elmyran army. And I'm stopped again. This is why a large frontal charge was... Well, if it wasn't smart already, or if it wasn't a good idea, it definitely wasn't one now. Alright, but not to be outdone.
Only thorns left on this rose.
We still got some units to stop down there.
It is done. Onward. I must continue my training.
All is going to plan.
Let's get Petra. And take care of that
Witness
beast.
frigid pride. War fuel.
Haven't even thinned out the
Shall not
crowd.
stray. I aim for greatness.
Now's our chance.
More reinforcements have just jumped in, which is another reason to dilly-dally around. Thankfully, I shouldn't have to.
You lost that one.
The situation is dire.
Alright, let's see how this goes. Could be incredibly stupid, but... I'll most likely die if I do that.
I'll cut through.
Let's make this quick. No time to slow down.
Take out that battalion
The
unit.
situation is dire.
Position Felix to be right there. And hope luck works in my favor. It does! I survived. Whew.
Put me in there.
More fighting.
I'll cut a bloody path.
Alright, I've got a straight shot to Nadir, so I'm just gonna cut out a lot of this time and warp Violet to finish this battle off.
What's my strategy?
Your sword is fit to cleave a... So this is how far I go. Unbelievable. What a scary one.
Dare! Impossible! Everyone withdraw! Run!
No matter how many times you attack, we will never allow you to capture the throat.
And that is the end of the insurmountable paralogue. Really, you're gonna have to deal with a large number of units basically rushing for the defensive position at the throat. Advance slowly. Even with overpowered characters, you're still going to be overwhelmed by numbers if you're not careful, as some of you may have seen while I was playing. The key is take your time to Nadir as soon as possible, get to Nadir as soon as possible, but just advance your way as slowly as possible. If anyone slips past, have your fastest characters get back to the defensive position and defend the pink line. Otherwise, there's not really much other advice I can give you, because you're really going to have to strategize on your own. This is one of the more interesting paralogues where strategy does have a little bit of relevance. That is the last video of this paralogue walkthrough until the 4th round of DLC comes out. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please do subscribe. This won't be the last Fire Emblem video I make. And until then, I hope to see you next time, and thank you again so much for staying with me throughout this, not really a journey, but throughout my progress. Well, I guess journey is a good word.